Hey family, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's good? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Day Monday. First day of the week. But like I said in my first video, we're not gonna even put that out there in the universe. Today is the day that Allah has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Get into the topic, and I hope you all have had a great day. Let me just start. Let me just continue to say that day hasn't been going great. Always remember, tough times don't last, but tough people do. Put your trust and faith in Allah, and He will see you through. And I could definitely bear witness to that. So, getting to the topic for this video, I'm a huge college football fan, as many of you know. I want to start off by saying congrats to my Michigan Wolverines. Go blue. Third straight year, they won the Big Ten championship, won the Big Ten outright. Third straight year. Second time in 3 years that they beat Iowa. They beat Iowa on Saturday night. Last year it was Purdue. In 2021, they beat Iowa. So the second time in 3 years. Third time, third straight year that they're going to the CFP, the College Football Playoffs. Last 2 years haven't gone their way. The first year they lost to Georgia. Last year they lost to Texas Christian University, TCU. Ugh. And this year they play Alabama. I'm going to get into Alabama here in a minute. Um, they're ranked number one in the nation because Alabama knocked off Georgia in the SEC championship in Atlanta. So Michigan won, so that moved them to number one, and Georgia all the way down to number six. Georgia is out of the top five. They fell 5 spots, and Michigan moved up one to number one. So Michigan's ranked number one. Um, Washington State. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Michigan's ranked number one. Washington Huskies number two. Texas Longhorns number three. Number four is where there's controversy, and I'm about to get into that right now. So Florida State was playing Louisville on Saturday night in Charlotte. Terrible weather, terrible, horrible weather conditions. Think the final score of the game was 16-6. Florida State beat Louisville in the ACC championship. 2 weeks prior, we all know that Jordan Travis, the starting star quarterback from Florida State, suffered a gruesome leg injury. Gruesome leg injury. My prayers are with the young man. Hope he recovers. Hopefully, he has a successful and speedy recovery, and he can resume his football career. Again, my condolences and thoughts are with this young brother. Hope he has a successful and speedy recovery, and again, able to, kick butt on the field. But suffered a gruesome leg injury 2 weeks ago against North Alabama. They won that game. Had their backup quarterback come in. Rodemaker, can't remember his first name, but in any event, he came in. Um, they won their last game. They won the game against North Alabama. Won their last game. Who was the last game against? Florida, the Florida Gators, a rivalry game, in-state rivalry. Florida State. They beat the Gators with their backup quarterback. He took a hit in that game, a blow to the head, was in concussion protocol, did not play on Saturday night. So they had to go to their third string quarterback, who's a freshman. A freshman. And yet they beat Louisville, who was ranked number 12, number 14. Yup, number 14. They beat them. Great win. So we thought. So lo and behold, so Saturday night, Michigan, no, Georgia loses to Alabama. Georgia was ranked number one coming into their game against Alabama. They lose. The number one ranked Georgia Bulldogs. The number two ranked Michigan Wolverines beat Iowa. Number three, Washington beat Oregon on Friday night in Las Vegas at the last of the Pac-12 championship. That's the Pac-12 is no more after next year. Well, there'll be a few teams there, but it's not going to be the same. So, or well, no, I'm sorry, there won't be a Pac-12. So that was their last championship game. It was in Las Vegas. Washington beat Oregon. Number four, Florida State. Number four, Florida State won. They beat Louisville. Those top teams. Georgia lost. Michigan, Washington, Florida State won. Texas blew out Oklahoma State in the last of the Big 12 conference championship. The last game for the Big 12 conference championship was the championship game. Won't be no more Big 12. Texas going to the SEC. I don't know what Oklahoma State going, if they're going to stay or whatever. But anyway, the Longhorns blew out Oklahoma State. They were ranked number 6 or 7 going in. So, in Alabama, like I said, beat Georgia. On Sunday morning, the College Football Playoff Committee, made the decision to demote Florida State from number 4 to number 5, moving them out the top 4, and moved Alabama up to number 4, and Texas up to number 3, Washington up to number 2, my Wolverines up to number 1 because Georgia lost. So Sunday morning, Michigan number 1, Washington number 2, Texas number 3, and Alabama number 4. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. Florida State number 5, Georgia number 6. Georgia fell 5 spots. Florida State got screwed. They got effed over royally. And shame on the committee because they let their SEC bias and love for Nick Saban supersede logic. Yes, Alabama beat Georgia. I get it. They beat them. They should have moved up in the rankings, but not to number 4. The 4 best teams were Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Florida State. Them 4 schools. Michigan, Washington, Texas, Florida State. Those 4. Not Bama. No, not Alabama. No. I know they beat Georgia. I get it. Texas beat Alabama. Florida State did what they were supposed to do. They went 13-0 and won the ACC. It wasn't flashy. It was an ugly game. Their third string quarterback was in, but they won the damn game. They took care of business on the field. Their defense came and showed up and showed out. And how do you reward them? By not rewarding them. So now they don't have a chance to play for a championship. Not that they would have won it, but they don't even have an opportunity to even play. They should be playing Michigan, not Bama. There is no logical reason why the committee should have left out Florida State. They had a tougher strength of schedule than Alabama, and now they're being punished because they lost their starting star quarterback due to injury. So now you're punishing them. So all the hard work these young men put in throughout the season, the coaches, everyone on the staff, it's for nothing. It's for naught because they can't even play for the national championship. They don't even have a chance to. They're not even in the mix because the committee's biased. Their bias, their stupidity, their illogical reasoning. It's a damn shame, and I feel so bad for those young men on the Florida State Seminoles and the coaches. They put in hard work throughout the year. Jordan Travis lost was lost to a gruesome leg injury. My God, gruesome. I saw the injury. Gruesome. Oh, mm. My thoughts and prayers are with him. But a lot of teams would have gave in, would have been like, we lost our star. You know, woe was us, not Florida State. They took care of business, and they don't get rewarded for that. Those are the type of teams that you won in the college football playoffs. But the reason why, and this was told to me by a couple of people, the reason why, the real reason why they did not want Florida State to be number 4 and to play Michigan is because their viewership would have been terrible. With Jordan Travis not playing, and you have having Rodemaker playing, the backup quarterback playing, it wouldn't have been a great draw. The viewership would have been terrible for the Rose Bowl. It would have been horrendous. Alabama was a sexy pick. People want to see Nick Saban and Bama play. Bama can score points, well, more than Florida State can now, and Michigan. And you have two schools, two winning programs, two blue bloods in college football, the Michigan Wolverines and the Alabama Crimson Tide, locking up in the Rose Bowl and the granddaddy of them all in Pasadena, California at the Rose Bowl. So viewership and money. That's the reason why they did it. Not because of the blood, sweat, and hard work and tears these kids put in on the field. It's because of money and popularity. They let that rule over the eye test. What's logically there? What the logic, which was they won on the field, they should be rewarded, not because of your bottom line, not because of your biasness. Shame on the committee. Shame on y'all. If that was the case, and someone said this too, on the unsportsmanlike show on ESPN. I forgot who the guy's name who said it. It's Chris Canty and it's Michelle. I think her name is Michelle Smallman. I forgot who the white guy is on there. But he said if that was the case, they should have demoted Florida State after Jordan Travis got injured. That would have been wrong, but at least you wouldn't have teased them to have them number 4 all these days, only to the last day of the rankings to see who the seeding, to see who in the college football playoff. At the last minute, you drop them. You drop them. He said it would have just made sense to just drop them when after Travis Jordan's injury. I could go with that. That still would have been messed up, but at least they wouldn't have been disappointed. You bust your tail, you give it your all out there in the field, which is what the coaches ask these young men to do, and then they get demoted from number 4 to number 5. Now they're playing Georgia in the Orange Bowl in Miami. I've seen some say that Florida State should boycott playing in the Orange Bowl, but that wouldn't be right because that wouldn't give these kids an opportunity to play in a bowl game and a New Year's, a top six bowl game. Now, if they want to do that, that's their decision. Leave that up to the team and the coaches. Leave that up to them. That's totally their decision. But they got screwed royally. And the CFP committee wanted to make history by screwing over a top 14 and Alabama come out of nowhere, moving up 4 spots. I think they're ranked number 7, number eight. They moved up 4 spots to take that last seeding to get in the college football playoff. That is such BS and garbage. And it just goes to show you the politics in college football. And it's only going to get worse because next year, you got all these teams joining conferences. We got 4 Pac-12 teams joining the Big Ten. 4. Oregon. Oregon, Washington, UCLA, USC. They're joining the Big Ten next year. Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC. Cal Berkeley and Stanford are joining the ACC. Way across the country. ACC is Virginia, North Carolina, Duke, Wake Forest, NC State, Virginia Tech, those schools. Florida State wanted to leave, but I think they're gonna stay. I don't know how that's gonna pan out for them, but they wanted to lead the ACC. But now Cal and Stanford joining the ACC next year, so it's gonna be a total mess, and it's all about money. When you do things for money, when that's your motivation, it always ends bad. Especially when it supersedes logic and what's morally right. It always goes bad. It's never a happy ending. But this is what the NAACP, I mean, Lord have mercy. This is what the NCAA wanted. This is what the NCAA wanted. This is what these schools agreed to, these commissioners, the networks, all in cahoots. NCAA, these schools, and these networks, because it's all about their bottom line. It's all about money. All about money, 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 money. All about this. All about it. All that combined. It's all about this. Damn the kids. Damn the coaches. The student athletes. Damn it. You're traveling from Oakland all the way to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, or Charlottesville, Virginia to play a football game. That's way across country. It's all about this. Viewership. Whenever money is your driving force and it supersedes logic and what's morally right, it would the ending will always be disastrous. It's just, and I love college football. Love it. Been loving college football since I was 7, 8 years old. And I hate to see what it's becoming. I hate to see what it's becoming. It's like they want a conglomeration now. Bad decisions are being made by these rich old white men who haven't played football in their lives. And it's screwing the kids over, screwing these young men over. And I just hate to see it. And they hate the fact of this transfer portal and the NIL, name, image, likeness. They hate that these athletes are not getting NIL money. Oh, they hate it. Ooh, they hate it. They hate it. They hate it. How dare these niggers get their NIL money? They're supposed to make us money, not them make money. That's slavery. Y'all been making money off the backs of these young men, most of them black, in college football and college basketball for decades. The North Carolinas, the Kentuckys, the Michigans, Michigan States, the Ohio States. I'm gonna say that name for the purpose of this video. I normally say that team down south or another word I'm not gonna say, but yeah, that school. The Florida States, Texas A&M's, USC, UCLA's. All these schools have benefited greatly off of the backs of young black athletes. Whether it's college football or basketball, it doesn't matter. And these coaches get these multi-million dollar contracts to coach college athletics. But that's okay. A coach can sign a 7-year deal worth 50 million, 60 million. That's okay. And then get an incentive for another millions of dollars. That's okay. But these young men, it's wrong for them to make money. Fuck out of here with that. Forgive me for cussing, but it just upsets me because you're using these young men, you're using them. And the schools are they're making a profit. And let's be honest, they make their money off of athletics. These schools that are powerhouses in basketball and football, they make their money off of athletics. Donors too, but mostly athletics. Hit the thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of when I do videos on here. But yeah, Florida State got screwed over royally. Feel bad for them. Just do your thing in the Orange Bowl. I'm sure they're playing in it. I'm sure they're not going to boycott it. They'll play because that'd be unfair to the young man on the team. Now, if they agree to boycott it, then that's a whole nother story. But I doubt if they'll do that. But just go out there and do your best against Georgia. Play a hell of a game. That's all I could tell you. But they got screwed royally, and shame on the committee because again, y'all allowed your biasness and your greed supersede logic and what's morally right. Y'all allowed it to supersede it. Simple as that. And shame on you because y'all y'all let these young men down and the coaches on Florida State. Y'all just said, F y'all don't deserve to go. Yeah, your quarterback is injured, so we're gonna punish you for that. And we want the team because it's all about this popularity, popularity. I get it, you gotta make a bottom line. I mean, I get it. But at what cost? 13-0 and winning your conference means you're among the best teams in the nation. So I mean, come on. Alabama does not deserve to be going to the Rose Bowl to play Michigan. I'm going to repeat that again. Alabama does not deserve to go to the Rose Bowl to play Michigan. That should be Florida State instead. And I will fight on that hill all day, every day. I'm not a Florida State fan. I just like to see what's done right. And that was just fallacious. That was ridiculous, illogical, wrong on all levels. And that's my take on it. We could agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Feel free. On that note, I'm gonna hop off of here. Y'all hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Like I've been saying, brothers, sisters, be safe, beware, be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So please, whatever you may be doing, be safe, beware, and be aware. Please continue to support my podcast and my YouTube channel. I need y'all love and support. I can't do it without it. So please show your brother love and support. Like I just said, not just this video, all the other videos. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. And please use logic. Don't use, feelings and emotions. Just use logic in your disagreements. All right, till next time, I love y'all. Take care and have a blessed and wonderful day. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.